Hi guys, thanks for logging on. We'll get started in just a minute, but as it's an evening class, I invite you just to like make your space cozy if you have like, a spare minute here or there. Hi guys. Oh, yay. So yeah, if you wanted to dim the lights or light a candle or turn your Scentsy warmers on, make sure you've got a warm drink or a cold drink or something close by. Just make it super cozy for yourself today. We're gonna kind of move and flow in a really relaxed way today. We're gonna move and spend some time on the floor. We're gonna work with a flow on the ground as well, with an aim just for like a sense of relaxation and just trying to kind of get in our mindset tonight. Just some really lovely positive affirmations that maybe we can kind of keep moving with throughout this September. So I always like to say like September for me feels almost like a New Year's. It's strange, but like we've got that start of school year, kind of like a new season coming in. So maybe just allow yourself to like move and flow with that season as we kind of straddle like the hot and the cold. And today I was walking my daughter out of her gymnastics class, and I couldn't help but breathe in the smell of like autumn, like the leaves were falling despite like the weather still being so hot, and I could kind of like breathe in that new season. And so just take your time in the next I suppose a few weeks to just really connect with this season and all that the autumn brings. And just as it sheds its leaves, maybe set an intention to let go of anything that you're holding on to that's not serving you. So my little intention for you as we move through the practice today. Amazing. Trust yourself as you breathe and flow. And yeah, look over to the camera. Sometimes you might need to move the angle of your phone or your laptop, but do you. If you want to keep your cameras on, great. If not, honestly, no pressure. And at the end, I'll leave you in a nice relaxation, and I'll just turn my camera off, but leave the music playing till the last person goes if you wanted to stay a little longer in that Shavasana, that meditation. Amazing. All right. Let's find a nice cozy position on the mat. We're going to start on our backs, just beginning to relax down. So you have a choice here tonight. You can either have the knees bent if that feels good. If anybody has any lower back pain, just take the feet a little wider and drop the knees in. You can relax here, hands alongside the body, and equally, if like me, you like the full extension, maybe take the feet out. And you don't have anyone around you tonight, just using your own room, the space that you've created, just maybe bring the feet and the legs a little wider into a nice V position, letting the feet just flop out away from each other. Maybe wiggling the shoulders down, let the backs of the hands relax down onto the mat. And then maybe just take a moment to lift the head, draw the chin in towards the chest, and then relax it down, just so you get lots of length there in the neck. Oh, that lovely position. Relaxing in the glutes, relaxing in the shoulders and the forehead. Oh, and just joining me in a really lovely, slow, deep breath. Maybe the first one today that you've taken. That's really slow and mindful. Inhale. And slowly, slowly exhale. Lovely. And we're going to do it again, inhaling through the nose. And as you exhale, option to exhale with the mouth open, or you can keep the mouth closed, whatever feels best for that exhalation. When you're ready, deep breath in, a little slower. And slowly, slowly exhale. And maybe one more just like that, releasing all the rest of the tension in the body from the day, breathing in. And slowly, slowly breathing out. And as you relax today, just ask yourself maybe what brought you to the mat. If there's anything that you need at this point this week, checking in on this Tuesday. How do you feel in mind and in body? What would make the rest of your day feel great this last few hours before bed? And maybe is there anything that you can kind of add into your week as well, that you can add in tomorrow, the day after, even if it's just that hot, cozy coffee in the morning before you go, making time for those things instead of rushing off. Anything at all that make you smile. Maybe make a little intention to add that into your week. Breathing in and breathing out, releasing. From here, we're just going to take a little moment and bring the hands above the body, interlace the fingers here, and just roll those wrists. Just getting a little bit of movement here. Releasing all of the work that you've done today. Every little meal prepared, door open, piece of work you've completed, act of kindness, message, email, you name it, door open, door closed, just release it. Giving a little love to the hands for 3, 2, releasing in the wrist, and 1, beautiful. We're just going to separate the elbows and slowly push the fingertips up and away, palms pushing up towards the ceiling. If you have any arthritis or any pain at all, remember, just keep the hands facing down. There's always an option. But if I didn't offer you an option, then choose something that feels good to you. So if it feels like it's sore, you know your body best, listen to your body, do what you want tonight, push or kind of pull back wherever you need to. No judgment from yourself, and definitely not from us. Breathing in, option if the shoulders feel okay, reaching the arms up alongside the ears, maybe bringing the feet back in line so they're in line with the hips, and pointing the toes, getting a really lovely long line stretch, arching the spine. Oh, feeling good. 3, deep breath in and out. 2, and 1. Separating the hands if you still have them interlaced, and slowly bring them up alongside the body. Beautiful. All right, if the knees are bent, keep them where they are, or if the legs are extended, just bring them in. We're going to wiggle the feet so they're roughly hip distance apart, and then walk the heels in towards the tailbone. I'm going to start a little bit with some back bends today. We're going to begin by pushing the palms into the mat. Start by squeezing a little bit into the glutes and lifting slightly in the lower back and the pelvis. From here, maybe lift just the slightest bit higher, just seeing where you feel that stretch today. Bringing the neck back to center and then slowly come down. Feel every vertebrae of the spine, really truly meeting the mat. It's like saying hello to your body. I just love taking that time, feeling that love, little pillar. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Again, love a little squeeze. See what feels tight, lifting in the pelvis, maybe lifting a little higher this time. You've got the option to interlace the fingers underneath the body, maybe wiggling the shoulder blades in, and extend the arms if you like. Lifting a little higher, only if that feels good to you. And once you're there, try not to look at the screen. This one's much better for the neck if the chin is drawing in towards the chest. Trusting, feeling that stretch. 3, good job. 2 and 1, unraveling that pose, bringing the shoulders out, hands alongside the body, and again, that lovely moment to really feel the spine coming down. Beautiful. Relaxing here, taking a nice deep cleansing breath. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. And 1 more like that. We're going to squeeze and lift, lift, lift. Bring the neck back to center before you lift too much higher. And then maybe interlace the fingers, wiggling them in. Option to draw the chin in towards the chest. Good. We're going to lift the heels a little if you like. And drop the heels down, keeping the pelvis lifted. If that feels too much, just come back down out of the pose. And relax the body down onto the mat. We'll see you in a second. We'll listen to your body, to what it means for 3. Lifting and dropping the heels if you like, or coming out of it. 2. Nice. And 1. Maybe lifting and holding. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring the heels down, unraveling those shoulders and coming down. Feeling the spine make its way all the way down to the mat. Beautiful. And we'll start. We'll come back to wheel pose later on in the class once we're really warmed up. Inhale And exhale through the mouth. Good. We're going to bring both knees in. Give yourself that lovely little hug. Beautiful. Maybe rock side to side. Moving the head opposite direction to the knees. Lovely. We'll smile if you like as we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back to center and bring both feet down onto the mat. So you've got it. We're going to bring the hands down alongside the body. We're going to draw the right knee in, and then we're going to switch and tap the toe and switch. Good. So this is just a soft way to fire up the core. You can move quick or slow. So if you want to be dynamic with it, go for it. If you want to be slower, it's a yogi's choice. So ready for 5. Breathing in. 4, 3. Inhale and exhale. 2. And 1. Breathing in and breathing out, bringing both knees in. Give yourself a little hug and maybe draw the nose in towards the knees. Give yourself a big squeeze and then drop everything down. Hands, feet, head, relax. Good. We're going to breathe in. As we exhale, squeeze into that tiny little ball. Push the lower back into the mat. Big hug. You've got it. Inhale. And then slowly come back down, relaxing the neck and the shoulders. Good. And feet as well. Inhale. Exhale. Big squeeze. Feeling that little fire in the core. Chest lifting. Feeling that lower back. Lifting. 3, 2, 1. And dropping down. Good. We're going to take it again a little bit quicker. We're going to inhale on the floor. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, squeeze. You've got it. Last one. Inhale. And squeeze. Remember, work at whatever pace you like. It'll take you through many options. Hold and down. Beautiful job, everyone. Breathing in, reach the arms up towards the ceiling and alongside the ears. Taking that left little arch to the back. Feel like you can get a little gummy bear under there as well. Reaching, arching the spine for 3. Deep breath in and out. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Inhale. And as we exhale, just tuck the tailbone under, flatten the lower back into the floor and bring the hands back up and alongside the body. Nice job. We're going to bring the knees in, big toes to touch, taking a little circle. So just warming up in the hips. So your big toes touch, and we move the knees around. Show you a little bit more from this angle, big toes. We move it around and in, all the while trying to connect the lower back into the floor so you get a little bit more work in the core. And again, relax the head and the shoulders down. I lift it up just so I can kind of demonstrate there. You don't want to be straining. And again, these can be slow or really quick. You choose. Trying to keep that little fire in the center of the body. You've got it for 4. Breathing in and out. 3. 2. Inhale and exhale. 1 big squeeze. Little self-love. Well done for meeting yourself on the mat tonight and bring your feet down onto the mat. Lovely job. Inhale and exhale. Slowly rotate the body over towards the right hand side into that lovely little fetal position. Nice breath in. And as we exhale, slowly begin to peel the body up. It's just a nice upright position on the mat. Lovely. Grab a quick drink if you like. Cheers, everyone. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to move into a lovely little sequence from tabletop. So you can lean forward and swing the feet through, or take it to the side and come into that lovely position. Now, if you are on a carpeted floor like me, the padding on the floor is more than enough. But if the floor you're on is a little bit harder, I'd encourage you maybe to roll the mat up from the back. And you can use that just to support the knees because we'll be here a little bit throughout this sequence. Equally, sometimes I like to pull it from the side and then put my knee on there. So just a little option if you're on a harder surface. Yes. All right, tabletop position. We've got our fingers really wide. We've got our shoulders in line with the wrists. and the hips in line with the knees. You've got it. Let's begin with a lovely little cat and cow. So we're going to dip the belly down, lift the tailbone, and then lift the chest. And don't collapse into the shoulders. You want to draw the shoulders down, 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 down. You've got a little smile and look forward. Beautiful. Again, nice little focus on kind of stretching in the spine. Whole body stretch tonight though. Inhale. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under, arch the back, and feel that little pull across the shoulder blades. Oh, I love this, especially at the end of the day. Really love the stretch, releasing any of that tension that you've been holding on to. Inhale, rotate the shoulders down, lift the tailbone, lift the head and shoulders, come away from the ears. Again, if you like, little smile and relax the forehead. 3, breathing in and out. 2, and 1, breathing in. We're gonna go into our cat pose again. We tuck the tailbones, so we find that lovely stretch across the shoulders, chin to chest. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna move a little quicker between them. We're gonna go cow pose, drop it down. Back to cat pose, tuck it under. And cow pose, drop it down, inhale. And cat pose, tuck it under. Already at your own pace, staying where it feels good for 5, moving between cat and cow. 4, throw a little smile in there when you can. 3, 2, and last one, this time staying in a little bit of cat pose. 3, 2, 1, back to a flat back. Then in order to get a flat back, what we don't want is any of that dipping. So imagine you've got those kind of floating words. We're going to breathe in. You're going to tuck the ribs in and draw in from the navel. So you get this long back. And the hands again, nice and wide, in line with the shoulders. Now, if your wrists are feeling sore at all throughout the practice, come on to a little fist. You can roll them and come back to it. All good. We'll do a little wrist stretch in a bit. When you're ready, inhale. And exhale, we're going to sink down into child's pose. So the tailbone comes down towards the heels. You've got it. Reaching your arms long, being active in the pose. Inhale, peel the body up into cat. And then rotate the shoulders up, find cow. And then find a lovely flat back. The right leg's going to extend. Good, draw in from your core, feeling long and strong. Good. Inhale, you got the option to stay here. You can bend the knee in towards the nose, or you've got the option to find some balance first. So maybe walking the left fingertips out, maybe extending the left arm, and maybe even bending elbow in towards the knee. So this is an option here, elbow in towards the knee, or you can keep that hand down and lean in. All right, when you're ready, extending, drawing it in, breathing in for 5. Inhale for 4. Don't worry if you're wobbly, bring the hand down. No judgment. 4, 3. You got it. 2. And 1, drawing it in. And extending with the option to hold. Maybe bend that back knee and reach back and see if that left hand maybe grabs those toes. If it does, you're welcome to add in a little back bend. You push the toes into the hand, maybe lift the chest a little bit. 3. Nice stretch in that arm as well. 2 and 1, reaching it up and down. Good. Let's find our lovely little child's pose again. Arms extended, lovely length. Inhale. And exhale, drop the shoulders down and away from the ears, let the chest draw down. Nice job, everyone. Again, a little fire in the core, but a whole body stretch tonight. Relax the forehead. So 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Less slow. Wheeling the body up into cat pose. Inhale, finding that lovely rotation of the shoulders and cow. Good. Drop the shoulders down and away. Remember, inhale. Drawing in from the core, finding that lovely flat back, really focusing on the center of the body. Good. This time, we're going to extend that left leg. Good. Pushing into the hands, working from the center. Option to stay here. You can come onto the fists, or maybe play with your balance, walking that right hand out, maybe extending it and seeing how you are tonight. Feels okay. Elbow towards the knee. You've got it. I'll count you down. Once you find that little rhythm, find your breath. Inhale. Exhale as you crunch it in. Ready? For 5. Good. Take your time. Work in a way that feels good. 4. Nice job, guys. 3. Little smile if you like. If you're wobbly, don't worry. Bring your hand down. 2. And last one, finishing with the extension. You can either bring the foot down or maybe bend at the knee and reach back. See if it's there. Right hand comes back. Maybe grab the toes, staying here. We're pushing into the hand. We've done a little bit of warm up in the back. Maybe seeing if you've got a little bit of that stretch there. Relax the forehead for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale, extending and slowly bringing the hand back. The knees down. Let's take the knees nice and wide this time. Get a little in the hips. Big toes to touch. Sink down into that wide kneed child's pose. Option to come down onto the elbows and sink a little deeper. Or you can come all the way down and let the chest really melt towards the floor. Maybe just extending the arms out. Noticing if you've got any little bit of heat moving through the body. It's a warm evening, so just breathe in and out. Seeing if you can use this lovely stretch to hit reset, to sink a little deeper. Relaxing in the forehead. Inhale. And slowly exhale for 5. Good. Nice deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. On the exhale, feel the body sinking a little further, deeper into the tissues. Finding that lovely release. 2 more deep breaths. Beautiful. Really beginning to feel that sensation physically and emotionally, that sense of release. Letting it all out on your mat tonight. Inhaling, bending at the elbows, pushing into the palms to lift yourself up. You've got it. Inhale, slowly lift the tailbone up and begin to bring the knees back in to that lovely hip distance. You've got it. Finding your flat back. Inhale, extend that right leg. We're going to bend the knee in and take a big step forward. So we're going to draw the knee in, and then bring the foot down onto the mat. Lovely. You can use your hand and wiggle that foot a little bit more forward into a lunge. You want the knee in line with the ankle and slowly begin to see if it feels comfortable to lift up. If you're a little bit wobbly, always use a wall or a chair. Everyone's at different levels and layers. Option to keep the hands on the knees and sink forward or reach up, breathing in. Maybe bring the palms together here and sink down a little further. Good. Inhale, maybe taking a little back bend. If the balance is there, for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing the hands down, palms together, breathing in, twisting, potentially bringing that left elbow forward. So you can rest on top of the knee, or if you have the range of motion, maybe tuck it in front and see if you can push the hands a little bit more towards the midline, getting that lovely depth in the twist. But if not, stay here, twist as far as feels comfortable, or you can use the elbow as a lovely little lever. Good. Looking up, forward or down, listening to your own neck. 3. Inhale. And exhale, 2. Trying to work the shoulders down away from the ears. And 1. Inhale, coming back to center, swoop the arms up and down alongside that front foot. Good. We're going to slowly peel back. You can start to feel the hips working, bringing the knees back and coming down into your child's pose. This time, knees are hip distance. Good. Take a breath here. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. You've got it. Inhale, peel the body up, tucking the tailbone under. Good. Finding that lovely cow pose just to get into shoulders and neck and spine, drawing back in from the center of the body. Inhale, extending the left leg, bending the knee and taking that lovely, lovely step forward. So step forward as much as possible. If not, use the hand to bring the knee We don't want the V shape. So if your foot's too close, you're going to get this diagonal shape. You want that lovely big extension. So as you sink, the knees roughly in line with that ankle. It'll take the pressure off the ankle and the knee. When you're ready lifting up, you can stay here. You can take the twist really shallow. If you wanted to add in another layer, you can reach up, maybe bring the palms together. As you breathe in, the spine and the chest should expand. And that gives a room if you wanted to add in the back bend. Drop the shoulders down, maybe look up. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly bringing the hands in. You want to take a deep twist, great. If not, stay here, grab the wall. Right elbow comes in. You can rest it on top of the knee or take it in front. Maybe see if you can get a little twist here, pushing the hands in a little more, trying to find the thumb to the sternum, drop the shoulders down. You've got it. Your gaze traditionally is up, forward, or down. Listen to the body for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale, slowly coming back up, reaching towards the ceiling. Hands come on either side of that front leg. We wiggle that front foot back. You've got it. And slowly sink down into child's pose. Knees are hip distance this time. Just seeing where you might have felt that stretch, maybe starting to work a little deeper into the hips. As you take your child's pose, relax the elbows this time. Maybe rocking that forehead side to side, trying to get that lovely release. If you've got any headaches, sinus pain, or actually it does just connect with that space between the eyebrows where we hold so much thought and tension, just use this as a moment to just hit reset, allow yourself to let go of your list of things to do and come back to it. If it's important, it'll still be there tomorrow. Allow yourself to rest mentally and physically tonight. Breathing in. Exhale through the mouth. You've got it. Inhale, we're just going to peel the body up. Not necessarily finding cat, but just leaning forward slightly. We're going to walk the hands slightly forward and lean forward with the pelvis. Now you've got the option here. We're going to let the pelvis draw forward, push into the hands, look up. You can stay here. If you want to work a little of upper body tonight, you can take a little bend in the elbows, maybe a little push up. The ones we do in yoga is we keep the elbows close to the body and then we lift up. Slowly then sinking down into your child's pose here. Great. So remember, if you don't want to take the push-up, that's fine. It's absolutely great stretch for the wrists. Really good for the core as you lean forward, working in that direction. Inhale, we're going to slowly lean forward with the pelvis, leaning forward over those wrists, pushing into the hands, drawing in from the core, staying here if you like, or taking maybe 1 or maybe even 2. I know push-ups are a love or a hate. And slowly bringing yourself back down, just working a little bit in that upper body. You can do 1, you can do none, you can push yourself. Remember, letting go of judgment, right? We are our own worst critics. You know, yoga is just a class here for you to do all of it, do some of it, do none of it. Sit and drink tea. Join us in Shavasana. Inhale. And exhale, leaning forward. Take it as you need it tonight. Good. If you want that little push, again, draw in from your core. Think about the strength coming from the center of the body. And then begin. Maybe 1. Maybe that's enough. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. Maybe trying to dip and tap that chin down. And down into your child's pose for a breath. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Lovely. I'm going to do 1 more with the option of none, 1, 5, whatever you feel like. Slowly leaning forward and holding. Maybe taking your push-ups. 1, 3, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe none, maybe 4, maybe pushing to that lovely little fiery 5. If push-ups are something a little bit newer or not your 5, don't worry. Coming down into your child's pose, you've got it. Inhale. And slowly exhale. You've got it. We're going to come up onto the knees. I invite you to tuck your toes. We're going to lift up, shift the weight forward, and then back into your downward dog. You've got the weight on the hands, you've got the knees bent to start. Relax the shoulders down. The feet should be about hip distance apart. If you practice Ashtanga though, feet together, you choose if you've got a certain way that you like to practice. Work in that dimension, in that way. Remember, my kind of guidance is exactly that. It's just guidance. Breathing in. For 3 as you walk one heel, then the other. Just waking up a little further in the hamstrings. Finding your release after all you've done this week for 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. And 1. Beautiful. Come to a little bit of stillness. Look forward. You've got the option to step, or if you're in the mood, you can bend the knees and hop forward. Slowly folding down. Keep the knees bent, belly on top of the legs. And slowly finding a halfway lift here. So if you're really open in the hamstrings, you can bring the fingertips down onto the mat and work to straighten the legs. Or you can slowly draw the hands up the body, squeeze the elbows in towards each other, finding that lovely halfway lift. Inhale, trying to get rid of any sense of dizziness. If you feel it, take your time. And then bend the knees, swoop the arms wide. I think my head's going to get caught up. I'll change my screen in a minute. Reach the arms up. Then bring the palms down. Lovely. Grab a little drink if you've got one. Cheers, everyone. Hopefully you're feeling a nice stretch, starting to feel a little bit of warmth halfway through the class. So we'll do another little bit of more dynamic movement, and then I'll take you through a really lovely cool down. Cheers, everyone. Hopefully you're feeling good, starting to feel a bit lighter, thinking about maybe how you felt coming to the mat or this, start of the day. Beautiful. All right. Joining me at the front of your mat for just a little bit of a vinyasa with me. We're going to bring our feet hip distance. Again, toes are slightly turned in, like the tiniest micro bend in those toes, a little bit pigeon-toed here. And then we're going to begin by taking a lovely roll of the shoulders, inhale. And then what I want to do is, we don't want the tailbone dipping, we want to tuck under. So it's like you're drawing the pelvis forward. You do that by almost squeezing and rotating with the glutes and the hips. So we're drawing in from the pelvis as well. So we don't want the arch in the spine. We want to breathe and tuck under. Good. That's where we want to be for Tadasana or mountain pose. Nice. When the arms come alongside, the body looks a little bit like this from this angle. We rotate the shoulders up and drop them back. Good. Shoulders are dropped down. We've got this lovely squeeze, drawing in from the center of the body, squeezing and tucking under. Good. Looking forward, feeling again like you're at the top of a mountain. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, work the tailbone away from you, and reach. Good. See how that feels for you. And you're getting that stretch in the hamstrings, staying a little bit, and then bend the knees and fold down over those toes. Beautiful. Little halfway lift. So again, the halfway lift, we're trying to straighten the legs a little bit to get a stretch here. You can draw the arms up, maybe the elbows squeeze in to find a flat back. Or if you're really open in the hamstrings, try and get the hips in line with the ankles and the fingertips come down. You're working to get that lovely length in the backs of the legs, not locking the knees. Inhale. Wherever you are, bend the knees, scoop the arms up really wide, reaching up towards the ceiling. Inhale, maybe a little back bend. And exhale, bringing the palms in. Tucking under, drawing in from the center, feeling strong. You've got it. Let's do it again. Inhale, nice and slow, reaching up. Forward fold, holding a little bit, halfway, and then bending down over the toes. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, scoop the arms up really wide, reaching up, maybe a little back bend. And hands come together, tucking under, and that pelvis strong from the core. You've got it. This time we're going to step or hop back, breathing and reaching up. Forward fold, coming on over those toes. Find your halfway lift. Good, you're going to shift the weight onto the hand step Or if you feel like hopping, you can bend and hop the feet back into a high plank position or come down onto the knees. If you're in the plank, work the heels away from you, drop the pelvis down, draw in from the center, and draw the shoulders down and away. Good. If you're on the knees, maybe see if you can just lean forward slightly with the pelvis, feeling strong and getting that little bit of core work. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Wherever you are, slowly lower down so you can come all the way down onto the mat. Nice job, everyone. Keeping the elbows in. I'm going to take just a little baby cobra. Breathe in. Rotate the shoulders up towards the ears and then back. And then breathe in and push into the hands. Keeping the elbows tight towards the side of the body as high as feels comfortable for you and your spine. Relax the forehead. Inhale. Exhale, coming back down. Beautiful. And then we're going to take the hands a little bit wider. So I want you to imagine like the hands are like a little spider. So the fingertips are coming down and on the other side as well. So I kind of look like this. Good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push into the fingertips. We're going to lift the chest, breathing in just slightly and drop one shoulder down. Maybe see if you can look up towards the ceiling. Nice one. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, dropping the other shoulder down. Good. One more on each side. Breathing in. Again, a nice little bit of the spine, baby, looking up and dropping down. Use the stretch as you need it. Good. Breathing in. And exhaling down. Back to center. Inhale. And down. Back. Just bringing the body back down to the middle. Relax the forehead down. Bring the palms nice and wide alongside the ribs. When you're ready, we're going to peel the body up into our downward dog. So if you know that movement, make your way there. If you need me to talk you through it, come back up onto your tabletop position. You can tuck the toes, arch the back into cat pose, tuck in the toes, and then lift the knees and shift the weight back. If you're already there with us, just bring the fingertips nice and wide. Let's drop the shoulder blades down, maybe walking, both heels down. One and then the other. Inhale and exhale, maybe swinging the head left to right like you're saying no. Inhale and exhale. You've got it. We're going to look forward between the thumbs, bring the feet back to stillness, step or bend the knees, and hop forward as far as feels comfortable and slowly draw the chin down. Again, you don't need to do the hop. You can take a step, listen to the body. Halfway lift here. Inhale. And exhale, bend the knees, big scoop up wide with the palms, maybe a little back bend here. And bring the thumbs in, tucking in, drawing in from the navel, feeling strong. And I invite you to close the eyes in Tadasana, breathing in, maybe rotate the shoulders up, separate the palms, and bring the hands alongside the body. Good. Inhale. And slowly exhale, close the eyes. Just take a little mindful moment, feel the body balancing. Can you notice even the tiniest little sway of the body as it naturally rocks, sometimes forward and back, sometimes side to side, sometimes it's like a old school pinball machine. But just notice what the body's doing for you in this moment, just having a little gratitude for the small things. You know, the ability to move the body in this way, whether it feels hard or easy, soft or challenging. Finding gratitude for the moment to connect and listen to the body tonight. Thanks for joining me. Inhale, let's reach the arms up. One more little flow. I'm going to add a few more elements in, reaching forward, fall down. Halfway lift, inhale. Good step or lean forward into the hands. If you want to try the hop, you just bend the knees and you hop back, kicking the feet out. Bringing the knees down to the mat, leaning forward or staying in that nice high plank. You want a little challenge in the plank, you can drop the heels over towards one side and back to center, and drop the heels the other direction, feeling strong and still keeping that little bit of power for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, holding, and then slowly coming back down onto the mat, lowering the body down from wherever you are. You've got it. Breathe in And exhale. You've got it. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up and back. We're going to push into the hands. Maybe take a little baby cobra here. Inhale. And slowly coming back down. You've got it. And relax the head for a minute. Just have a little look for me. See what suits you tonight. Where we've been working a little bit into the spine. If you wanted to try this option, one is to bring the heels in and just relax here. That might feel good. You can breathe and stay. The second option is to reach back with both hands. Don't worry if it's not there. If it's not, just stay here. Or if you've got the toes, you can grab them. Now you can use this stretch in a few ways. You can draw the heels in towards the glutes. You can squeeze in the pelvis and tuck it under, as we said before when we were standing in Tadasana. So we tuck the pelvis under, squeeze in the glutes as we draw the heels in. So you get a little stretch there. The tops of the legs and the quads, breathing in and breathing out. Good. And if anybody here wants a little bit more dynamism in the spine, you can wiggle the shoulder blades in towards each other and maybe push the toes in. Sorry, the toes into the hands, maybe lifting the head slightly. Maybe if you want a little bit more in both pose, you lift a little further, pushing the belly, maybe lifting the knees, maybe lifting up for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it back down. If you took that option, you've got it, and release. Remember, it's all about options. Don't worry what you took or didn't take. Inhale and exhale. Whatever you chose was perfect for the body in this moment. Bring the palms nice and wide alongside the ribs. Inhale, slowly peel the body back up, lifting into your downward dog, tucking the toes. If you need a little more guidance, find your cat pose. We tuck the tailbone under, arch the back. Then we lift the knees up and we stick the bum out, really pushing into the hands. You can walk one heel then the other, or if you're a little bit more open, you can work both heels down and then lift. And find a nice steady breath. Inhale. And exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Now thinking about the sequence we did on the knees earlier with the twist, you have an option here to go back down onto the knees and step forward, or you can kick the right leg up this time, bend the knee, and we lean forward and take a big step with that right foot. Good. Again, if that feels a lot, bring the left knee down. Absolutely fine. If you want, you can lift up, coming up to a nice lunge. Remember, knee in line with the ankle, maybe bringing the palms together, reaching up. Inhale. Maybe dropping the back heel down so that the foot's at a 45-degree angle, breathing in and sinking down into that front knee, warrior 1. Good. Inhale, reaching up, maybe a little back bend. And exhale, slowly swoop the hands wide and maybe bring the hands either in the lower back or interlace the fingers behind you and lean forward, letting the chest relax down on that front knee and drop the chin down. Again, you can do this from the knee as well. Nice job, everyone, for 3. Sinking into that front knee, 2, and 1. Separate the hands, swoop the arms up, and then maybe bring the palms together. Good, straighten the front knee. Deep breath in, and exhale, bend. Option to take the twist. So the back foot is going to lift up, so we're going to slowly turn so that the back heel lifts into a runner's lunge. Yeah, and maybe rotate that left elbow forward. Option to bring the elbow down, or maybe take the twist, or come down onto the knee if it feels too much. Remembering that movement from earlier. So here or here is your challenger. Work the heel away, drive the knee forward. You've got it. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Using that strength, reaching up and bringing the hands on either side of that front leg. Wiggle the front foot back, or if you're on your knee, again, bringing the front foot back and maybe coming back to your downward dog. Good job, everyone. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. That's your most challenging sequence tonight. Inhale and exhale. Other leg. Let's kick that left leg up. Bend the knee. Slowly lean forward and take a really big step forward. Again, if you wanted to come back down onto the knee, you absolutely can. If you wanted to stay a bit more lifted, find that bit of balance. Drop that back heel down, but keep the hips square. Maybe reaching up, bringing the palms together, inhale, and sinking down. You've got it. So we tuck in the pelvis, we lift nice, tall and long. Inhale, maybe a little back bend here if you wanted to play with it. Inhale, coming back to a little bit more center. Swoop the hands wide. Maybe interlace the fingers or bring the hands on the lower back and lean forward into that front knee. The fingers are interlaced. You can extend the arms, maybe flip the palms away and sink. If it feels a lot, come down on that back knee. Beautiful. 3. Breathing. 2. And 1. Inhale, slowly reaching up. Keep the bend in the knee and then straighten. You've got it. Inhale. Option with the twist. So we're going to bring the hands in together. And then we need to focus on a little micro bend in the front knee so that we can lift that back heel and rotate the hips so that it's square again. You've got runner's lunge, the heel is lifted. That allows us to continue to pivot if you want, or drop the back knee down onto the mat. Inhale and exhale, twist. Left elbow comes down, maybe in front, maybe draw the hands in towards center, or keep the lift if it's there. Driving that front knee forward, the back heel away. The most challenging. 3, 2, and 1. You've got it. See if you can reach the arms up and down. Feel that little bit of a burn. Wiggle that front foot back. You've got it. Coming to your downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Take what you need. Walk both heels down. Stay in stillness, whatever you like. 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in and breathing out. What we're going to do is come down onto the knees and swing the feet to the side. Slowly coming back to a nice upright position on the mat. Grab a little drink, especially in this warmth tonight. You might need that lovely little drink that you have. Make sure you stay hydrated. Sometimes the body goes a little deeper when we have that warmth in the air, that humidity. Not quite broken out at my house. And they close most of the windows for the rain. I don't know if anyone just had the rain come down. It's crazy, but I'm definitely feeling warm and beautiful. All right, so I've got one last little bit of, I suppose, an option for the spine, and one challenging pose, so you don't have to take it. And then we'll just relax into a beautiful Shavasana. So if you wanted to bring the feet in front of you, kind of like I've got them here. Yeah, that's perfect. We're going to begin by just taking the hands in, palms together, and lean forward. And just relax here. You can relax the chin down. You can stay here if that feels good on the spine. All right, if you want to take a little bit of a balance, you can slowly maybe see if you can wiggle the hands. So imagine you've got this little bit of a gap in between the knees, right? You're wiggling the hands out and either relaxing the backs of the hands onto the floor, and just see if you can get the arms kind of inside of the elbow creases there in line with the knees in that direction. You can stay here. If you want to play a little bit with a balance, you can slowly lean back kind of on the sit bones and maybe see if you can lean back and find that lovely little sweet spot. And then see if you can lift the chest. So we want to draw the shoulders down, lifting in the chest here. Maybe wiggle the feet a little bit. Point your finger and thumb together and keep that lift and that strength, drawing the shoulders down. A little bit of stillness should feel quite nice. You want to work to kind of extend the legs a little. Keep that lift in the chest. You've got it. 3, 2, and 1. Maybe bring the knees in. Now let the back arch as you slowly lean forward. Good, arch with it and bring the hands back down. And slowly bring the feet back in. Cross-legged if that feels comfortable. And if not, bring the feet to the side. All right, the next thing we're going to do is just a little bit of a tabletop, reverse tabletop, which can be quite strong in the upper body and the arms. So again, listen to yourself as we move through this one. I'm going to slowly just come, I'll show you from this angle here. Let me just fix my mat. All right, we're going to bring the hands behind us. You either have the option to bring the fingertips so that they face away, or you can turn the fingers in towards the body. Bring the feet hip distance apart, almost as if you're kind of thinking about doing like a little bit of a bridge, a crab pose, I suppose. And then when you're ready, you've got the option to stay here or maybe lift a little bit. So we inhale and lift a little bit in the tailbone. You can stay there, maybe lift a little further. That feels good, stick. If you want a little bit more, you can really push a little higher. Wiggle the shoulders in towards each other, lifting, maybe dropping the head back. It should be a good stretch in the arms and the wrists. If it's too much, just come back down. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly coming back down. Beautiful. Inhale. We're slowly making our way down, letting every vertebrae of the spine make its way back onto the mat. Nice work. We're going to walk the heels again in towards the tailbone, coming back to our bridge pose. I'll talk you through as well. The challenging pose today is wheel. If somebody does practice wheel, then please feel comfortable to go up in that now. But I will take you through 2 bridge poses and then an option to do wheel, and I'll talk anybody through it if they want to try it. If not, stick with another bridge pose. So we're going to bring the hands down alongside the body, squeezing in the glutes, thinking about how that first one felt today. Maybe seeing a little difference, maybe lifting a little higher, pushing the palms into the mat, chin to the chest, or maybe interlacing the fingers and just see, what does it feel like now? Does it feel a little softer? What parts of the body feel like you're a little different than before? 3, 2, and 1. Slowly unraveling, coming down and feeling the spine slowly make its way to the mat with a little bit of gratitude. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. So if anybody wants to try wheel, I'll talk you through it. If not, we can do the exact same pose. So what we do is we take the hands. Imagine you've got the hands kind of facing the ceiling to start, and then we're going to slowly reach them back, back, back. And you want to imagine that you're bringing the palms down alongside the ears here. So the elbows are quite lifted. Just need to move my hair. And then from here, if you know your spine is bendy and you want to try, you're more than welcome. And if this is something you know you can do, it's just like, it's called wheel pose. Maybe lifting a little bit up higher and pushing into those hands. Drawing the shoulders down. If it's in your practice, take it. If it's something you've not tried in a while, but the back feels good, go for it. And if not, go back up into a normal bridge for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back down, making your way, feeling the spine come all the way down onto the mat. Beautiful. And I'll give yogis an option here. You can do one more of either pose, or you can join me by just drawing the knees in towards the chest if you feel like that's enough. So anybody who particularly likes that back bend, I love it, but not everybody's cup of tea. Take one last one here, just breathing. When you feel like your body's done enough, make sure you take slow, deep breaths. Maybe take one more bridge. And then when you're finished, come back to that lovely side-to-side rocking of the knees, taking the head opposite ways. Good. Coming back to where we were at the beginning. Inhale. And slowly exhale. That lovely little movement where you're giving yourself a little hug, coming back to center and back to stillness. Everyone trying to join us here now. Good. Inhale. And as we exhale, squeeze the nose in towards the knees. Give yourself a really big squeeze. Well done for meeting yourself tonight. Getting to know the body, listening, stretching, releasing. Oh. Well done for getting through anything that you've shared with others that's tough, or anything you haven't. Big cuddles, big hugs. Well done to you for making time tonight. Breathing in and slowly bring the head down. Relax both feet down onto the mat. Good. We're going to wiggle the feet, outer edges in line with the outer edges of the mat, and just drop the knees out towards the right hand side. Nice slow release here. If you wanted to just, once you feel comfortable with the movement, just soften in the eyes. Just taking it slow. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Again, a lovely little release in the spine and the work that we've done. Feeling where the body feels warm. You've got the option to stay here. If you want one last little stretch, again, interlacing the fingers, maybe pushing the palms out. And sometimes it feels really good to take the hands up along the ears here. Inhaling. Breathing into that side body, noticing if the body feels tight or a little looser. Inhale. And slowly exhale, bringing the knees back to center. And then working the knees over in the other direction. Again, hands can stay up over the head. You can bring them to the belly. Whatever feels best to you. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Relax the forehead. Excuse me, for 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in slowly, bringing knees back to center. And wiggle the feet back in. About hip distance apart with the knees. Drop both knees in. Good, we're going to take one knee in towards the chest. Drop the opposite foot. Relax the tailbone down. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Begin to just rotate that ankle. Rolling it the other direction for 3, 2, and 1. Switching legs. Good. Just finding a nice release, slowing it down. Inhale and exhale. Rotate that ankle. Again, just releasing anything that you've been holding in the feet. Roll the other direction as well for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly bringing that foot down. We've done lots of work on the hands and the wrists. Let's bring the hands just above the body. Bring them into fists and just roll those wrists. You can roll them into almost like a figure 8 or just circles, whatever feels good to you. Try both and see what you like best. 3, inhale. 2, exhale. 1, rotating the other direction now if you like. And seeing if you take the figure 8s in the other way. Sometimes you're like, what? 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's just open and close the palms. For 3, inhale and exhale for 2, and 1. Lovely. Bringing the hands down. Just take a moment in stillness here. Now stay where you are. I'm going to sit up just to show you the last little piece. And I invite you just to give yourself a little head sort of massage. So stay relaxed on the floor. Trust me. And take your pointer finger and your middle finger and see if you can bring it in between your eyebrows. Good. So just there, and just trace over the eyebrows, and don't be afraid to push. So you can lie down and just feel that little bit of a release. Maybe in between the eyebrows, just push up a few times, just getting that little bit of a release, little reminder to soften and let go. And then maybe add in that lovely little tracing over the eyebrows again, up and around. Nice job. Add a little smile in there for me. Nice work tonight. 3, 2, inhale. Last one, whatever feels good, bringing it down and release. The next thing I'm going to get you to do is just bring your pointer finger and your middle finger to your temples and just take a few big circles here. Just release any of that tension, moving the fingers wherever feels good, maybe a little bit higher. Oh, let it go, guys. Feels good, doesn't it? Don't be afraid to push. Get that lovely release. 3, inhale and exhale. 2, and 1. And find a nice little release there. And then this time, top of the nose, just a bit lower. We're going to trace down around the cheekbones. Thinking of getting a little bit into that sinus alongside the nose, releasing any tension. It's really good for the skin. Oh, I quite like to do this one if I have like an extra minute, sometimes in the morning, before I put my kind of cream and that little sequence go in. Just take a little bit of time to release. You've got it. And then we're going to release in the jaw here, and sometimes just making little circles just reminds you to soften and release. Good. Breathing in and breathing out, maybe just that little bit down. Maybe wiggle the jaw slightly and bring the hands down. Beautiful. Inhale with me through the nose Then exhale through the mouth. I invite you just to find your most comfortable pose for Shavasana. Even invite you to kind of crawl in bed if you're finished for the day, or get yourself cozy, relaxing, letting the hands go into a place that feels comfy. Maybe going back to where we started, legs extended, taking them a little bit wider, whatever feels best. Just invite you to find a space where you feel truly, utterly soft, releasing and relaxing, letting the practice, the movement, anything that created warmth, the breath, allowing this practice to nourish you on every level, mind, body, nourishing every cell. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. And as we move through this September, invite you, as we start to enter into a cooler season, a season where the trees are brave enough to stand bare, release and let go. I invite you to do the same. Maybe entering or welcoming in a few or all of the statements I'm about to read. This season, I will start filling my own cup, being my own muse, knowing my own worth, loving my own skin, and praising my own existence. Validating my own journey, speaking my own truth. This season, I'll start to admire my own reflection, experience my own love, enjoy my own company, extend my own energy. This month, I'll try a little harder to create my very own paradise, being healthy in mind, body, and spirit. Wishing you all these things and more as you move through September into this autumn season ahead. Breathing in and slowly, slowly breathing out. Stay as long as you like tonight in your Shavasana. I'll stop my video and just let you rest and be. Thanks for logging on. I wish you a beautiful week and month ahead. Peace and love always.